The teams shake hands, the officials talk to the captains, and we are moments away from USL League Two action between hometown team Oakland County FC and the pre-professional powerhouse that is the Flint City Bucks. It is a matchup of undefeated sides here in the 2023 season. Oakland County FC opened their season with 2 draws and got their first victory in the Brian Doyle head-coached era, a 3-0 away win in South Bend last week, put them in the win column, 4th in the Great Lakes Division in USL League Two. Of course, the opponents today, the visitors, Flint City Bucks, 3 wins in spectacular style, 9 goals scored, goal difference of 7. They just came off of a 4-1 win midweek in their school day game up in Flint. Took care of business there. Who will come out of this one victorious? Oakland County FC or the Flint City Bucks? My name's Robert Kerr, proud to be along the county stream team here, being broadcast here on 11 Sports. I think we're in for an incredible night of action. Ideal conditions here in Metro Detroit. It was a warm day, but not as warm as it has been. Sun is setting to the west, of course, behind the Bucks. The Bucks in the white tops and the blue shorts going from left to right on your screen, while Oakland County FC in their supporter-designed and voted-on kits, purple and black, going from right to left. And we are waiting for officials to get us going on the cusp of potentially a decisive, definitely a season-altering tilt here, as one of these teams may well lose their winning record. And we're underway in Royal Oak, Michigan. Oakland County FC versus the Flint City Bucks. My name's Robert Kerr here. So excited to be here as the Purple Smoke. They break in the new stadium here right at kickoff, and we got purple going right across. Way to kick off this special guest appearance. Got to break in the new house. Getting accustomed to our new surroundings here. A new press box, new setup. Got to lean out the window to see here. And this was a bouncing ball. And county goaltender Caleb Norris does well to gobble that up. I really got to crane out here. I got to get my footing right as county push that down the right-hand side. A new era underway. What will it bring? Debutantes in the middle of the park for Oakland County FC. The Hodgson twins, fresh off a highly impressive freshman year at Western Michigan University. Connor and Tanner in the middle of the park, 12 and 16. Their first appearances, their first time they were available, and they're in Coach Brian Doyle's lineup as the Bucks get on the ball for the first time here, as we are just a few moments into Oakland County FC versus the Flint City Bucks, the first of 2 matchups. They had to play 3 times last year. Oakland County getting their first win against the Bucks last July, but this all-time series is 1-4 in favor of the visitors. Some very high-caliber players in blue on your screen, including number 7 there, Josemir Gomez, already has 4 goals on his tally. 4 goals in 3 games, very impressive. Has started all 3 games so far. On the ball there, number 6 for County. That's Justin Harris, and he has been a breath of fresh air at the back, as is this man, number 4, Amara Kamara. 2 matches, he's been man of the match and had an incredible game. And the other one that he didn't win that award, as Malvin Blah gets on the end of a nice ball from Rocco Galati. but he's ruled offside by tonight's official. There's Jalen Shannon, had a touch there, played for County 2 years ago, then last summer at South Bend, and he started every game thus far this season for the Flint City Bucks, so he's definitely been developing there at Western. A huge Western Michigan Bronco contingent on both sides of this contest, as shows the strength of Chad Wiseman's Bronco program. There's a searching ball that was going to ask a whole lot of number 7, Gomez. It was kind of a rocket that just flew over his chest. I don't know what he could have really done with that. A decent mix of local talent and some coming in from farther reaches of the country here on display. Bucks were national semifinalists last year. County still looking for their first playoff berth. Here's Shannon, surveys the field. Runner comes to, that's Michael Dediku, number 10. Go to Gomez. Poked away from Schneider. And County are on the ball. Here's Harris. It goes over the head of Galati. I thought he was going to play an easy one to number 13 in the middle of the park. The number 6 role, number 13, Kai Yamazaki, has played the entirety of the season so far, or at least has gotten 3 out of 3 starts and has been incredible at cleaning up and helping protect his center backs. Has been really impressive, come on really strong. A player, unfortunately, not in tonight's lineup. Gabe Bylon has been a player of great development from where he started with County to where he is, and that was a crunching tackle there by Wes Carnevale. Was ultimately deflected out of bounds. Strong tackle by, what's that, number 24, Carnevale. Pittsburgh native from Cornell. The Bucks on the ball now in the County half. They cut up the left-hand side. They're in behind the defense here. Tried to square it, and Harris did well to put that out for the first corner of the game. And it looks like Michael Adedekun is going to be the corner taker from that side of the field at least. Good crowd here. The stands, though, only underneath the booth here. Looks like residential neighborhood across the street. Right-footed strike. Carnevale gets some jeers as his right-footed volley attempt sails high and wide. That'll give Caleb Norris the opportunity for a goal kick, pick out a target. Number 11 in purple, Mike Malorani, always a good target man up at the front. Does really well to bring it down. He's going to get a chance here. He's out jumped by the towering number 4, Hugo Bacharach, excuse me. Wasn't sure if he was going to be in the lineup, and it turns out he is. An absolute unit, as the British would say. The Bucks are under a new coach, but who is very familiar to this program. First year for the top job is Coach Paul Doro. He's got his team 3-0 in his first 3 games as head coach. Longtime assistant under former Bucks coach Andy Wagstaff. He's been around the Bucks for a number of years. So he's new chapter in his coaching career, starting off well. Let's see if the home team can stymie that just a bit here, as that comes off the foot of number 32 orange goalkeeper for the Bucks, Dom Nashamben from DeQuisney College. He's a native of Sydney, Australia, so one of a pair of Australians on this Bucks squad. As the Bucks get into the penalty area, back heel into the middle. Carnevale is blocked. The Bucks probing here, putting the pressure on, trying to thread the needle, trying to find Gomez. But it's into the grateful hands of Grand Blanc native Vardar captain, now county stalwart Caleb Norris, as he boots it with the left foot over halfway, looking for Melarani just ahead of him. Pressure there from Tanner Hodgson, gets it a chance for Melarani to chase it down, and County have a throw. So some good hustle by Tanner Hodgson, keeps the ball and keeps some pressure on here for County. Throw to Melarani. He flips it with his right foot into the middle, and that's volleyed away by the Bucks back line. Rocco Galati goes to ground, slows down the Bucks, and there's an absolute battle between Blah and Adedekun, and eventually it works its way to the Bucks as that pass into Gomez does connect. Gomez did well to make that connect, but here's Chewy up to our number 2. Jeremy Sharp on the far side. Lose it, comes it to Yamazaki. Crossfield ball to Blah. He opens up his body with his left foot, goes to the middle. Here's another one of those Broncos. Carson Hodgson. And the attack breaks down there for County. And that looks like the first foul of the game committed by Tanner Hodgson, number 16, one of the 2 twins hailing from Macomb Township here in Metro Detroit. Had a heck of a freshman year. 21 games started for Western Michigan Broncos in a highly competitive season out there in Kalamazoo. And had what's going to go down as probably a legendary run at Anchor Bay High School. Had an incredible run their senior year. As here's Chewy down the right-hand side. He's got a lot of Bucks surrounding him there. Melarani in support. Goes onto his left foot. He's slowed down. He finds Malvin. Cuts inside. Stays on it. Left foot, low cross. It was beautiful, but cut out before it could get to Makuka. And there's Rocco Galati giving it a lash with his right foot. Oakland County FC, title sponsor. Diversified Member Credit Union. You'll see that across the front of Oakland County FC's shirt. Like I said, the shirt, brand new this year, redesigned and reimagined by supporter Scott Bilal. He made a number of 3 home and 3 away kit designs, and fellow supporters and trust members voted on it. And I believe Scott calls this the Night Sky kit. Purple smoke going into the dark night sky, which it'll be tonight here in Royal Oak, Michigan. My name's Robert Kerr here on the call. Hello to all the footy fans near and far watching on 11 Sports. Another important partner of Oakland County FC's 2023 season is OMPT, and their specialists opened in 2006 with one thing in mind: a higher level of therapy for proven results. If you want to learn more about OM Physical Therapy Specialists, please visit their website at ompt.com. Ball's out on the far side there behind the players' benches. And that's Jeremy Sharper there on the far side, getting it thrown in. Chewy Makuka looked really impressive going down that right-hand side early. He had an absolute wonder of a goal against South Bend. Here's Sharp going down the right-hand side. He puts a cross into the box and will earn County their first corner kick of the match. Looked like that was deflected out there by Jonathan Robinson, another Western Michigan Bronco. He assisted the goal that saw the Broncos defeat the Michigan State Spartans there in September. Actually got to see that. He was very impressive, was Robinson. I think there's at least 2 to 3 Broncos on each side of the ball as that corner kick tested Nashemben in his near post. Blah put it in a dangerous area. Here's Galati directing the ball back to Norris. A different sort of corner there produced at least definitely made the Bucks goalkeeper think about that one. Here's Hodgson. Looking for Blah, who's got the pace to get in behind. Challenged by Shannon. He gets the cross in behind Melarani. Almost gets to Chewy Makuka. That front three of Blah, Melarani, and Makuka definitely penetrating into the Bucks area. Thrown in on the far side. Here's Makuka. He's dispossessed. Retrieved by Carson Hodgson. Here's Sharp. He's got 3 Bucks around him. He loses the ball. Good tackle there as Hodgson looks up, finds his brother. Twin brothers playing together at all the different levels of play. Here's Blah, one-on-one. Holds up. Finds Hodgson. Back to Blah, just a step ahead of him. Carson Hodgson was trying to thread the needle. Maybe on some natural grass that might have stopped for him, but just a step ahead of Malvin Blah was that pass. And County doing pretty well to find a little bit of an attack down the wings here in the first quarter of an hour here in Royal Oak, Michigan. We're at a unique venue, a one-off at Shrine Catholic High School at 13 Mile and famous Woodward Avenue is the fill-in purple patch here for us. It's a beautiful arrangement here in the shadows of Beaumont Hospital. And I bet there's some doctors and some residents that reside in this neighborhood just in the background of our shot here. Behind those player benches is a cul-de-sac and residential neighborhood. Ball thrown in. Seemed to be maybe a foul throw there. The flag goes up. Maybe a change of heart from the official. Tonight's officials are Tyler Gregory, Stephen Castro, Aaron Blankenship, Thomas Corsentino. It's always a good rule of thumb, but with everything that's happening with referee abuse, I want to say be nice to referees far and wide. They have a hard enough job as it is. Here's Kamara on the ball. He's surveying his options from the back. He comes to Galati here on the near side. Back to Kamara. Right-footed ball up to Melarani, who knocks it around. Here's Malvin Blah, ruled offside. I think that's the second time Malvin has made a nice run but has been ruled offside. I think that's probably 3 or 4 times he's got in behind. That'll be a matchup to watch here. The left winger of County, Malvin Blah, against Jonathan Robinson for the Bucks. Interesting year early in the first quarter hour at the very least. Malvin Blah scored the 3rd goal of the 3-0 victory over South Bend away last weekend on the 27th. Here's Yamazaki. Under a little bit of pressure here at County. Bucks pressing a little bit. Here's Sharp. He turns up. Bad pass is cut out before it could get to Yamazaki there. How can Bucks attack here? Can County recover? This is dangerous into the box. Left-footed strike is blocked by Harris. That was looking like it might have been a thunderbolt headed towards Caleb Norris's net. Good defensive cover there by Harris. The 6'2 defender played high school at Detroit Country Day. Collegiately at Yale, has been really impressive so far here and has started in every game he's been available for so far. His 3rd start for County. Been really good next to his new partner, Amara Kamara, who's been near flawless in his season so far as this one goes over the top up the left-hand side. That's a danger man. Palmer Alt. As he cuts inside, tries to thread the needle to Gomez. It's cut out. Shannon heads away. 18 in the back of Schneider, Mimi. He's also been tasked with blah, it seems. Here's Kamara. Oh, good. Almost got caught out there for a second. Hodgson to Melarani. Heavy touch. It's okay, though. Up to Yamazaki. That cross-field pass is feathered all the way over to Sharp, who does well. Rides a couple challenges and eventually is fouled. First call against the Bucks. We got a free kids zone with bounce houses, face painters. We had a band playing throughout the preseason or pre-game festivities. And again at halftime. Always a great entertainment. And the first 0-0 in the current iteration of Oakland County FC was the open of the season, and that was unusual. And I tell everyone, amongst all the great things, match day amenities, and the great friends and family that you'll meet here, there's always goals. There hasn't been a home game without a goal. Not every time is it scored for the hometown team, but fans, more than often not, treated to plenty of goals and action. In front of the net, here's Makuka. He finds Hodgson looking for Melarani, but that's cut out by the defensive unit of Flint City. Formerly the Michigan Bucks. Many national championships to their name, dating back to the 90s in the this league is renamed from the PDL, now renamed the USL 2. A lot less teams back in the PDL times. Bucks were about the only team playing at that level in the state until recent expansion of USL 2. And that whistle goes against number 16 for the home team, Tanner Hodgson, one of the two twins from Macomb, Michigan, getting their debut for county here. Is this a new era for county? Is this the Hodgson era? We shall see. They've done some good so far, but county are under pressure. Bucks have the ball in the attacking third. Goes across to Nolan Miller, who's from right down the street in Troy. Out wide now to Schneider. Left-footed cross. Hit away with his hip or his upper thigh there by Kamara. Blah puts that pass behind Galati. Recovers for a moment. Some fancy footwork. Might squirt to Gomez, but Kamara able to come away with it. His outlet blocked off by Gomez. Dangerous moments here in this game. You don't want to foul there. Galati gets the call there. I believe was that an offside flag? The whistle went before the contact. I can't see the linesman if he put the whistle went before that contact, but yeah, the ball's moved up. So that's an offside against the Bucks. Their first of the game. For those just tuning in, my name's Robert Kerr here in Royal Oak, Michigan for Oakland County FC hosting the Flint City Bucks in USL League Two action. Match day 4 for both teams undefeated. The Bucks have 3 wins, 0 losses, county 2 draws and 1 win. Who will remain undefeated? Melarani does battle there. But there he is, the local native but opponent, towering defender, defensive midfielder. I got to keep an eye on him more. But number 4 there, I got my players mixed up there. I was talking local product is number 6, Nolan Miller from Troy. But that intervention I was referencing was number 4, Hugo Bacharach. Here's Hodgson to his brother. Down the left-hand side, Blah. He's onside this time. Waits up for a teammate. His pass is asking a lot of Melarani. He's got jets. He gets to the byline, but his effort to keep it in allows Jalen Shannon to get it. But here's a turnover. Here's Hodgson, right footer. Stings the hands of Dom Nashimben. That's the best effort from either side so far. First attempt in anger, shall we say. Just over a quarter an hour into this USL 2 matchup. That would have been a heck of a debut off the right foot of Tanner Hodgson in his first game for County. Quite the story. What a unique experience to play at so many levels and so many elite levels of the game. High school, college, and here pre-professional level alongside your brother. Both had incredible seasons at the extremely successful Western Michigan Broncos this year. Kamara surveys his options, finds Galati. He's got Blah up his left, up the left again. He corrals it. He's got two defenders, though, and it's poked away there by Schneider. Schneider, Mimi to be exact. Nagasaki goes to Galati. Here's Hodgson. Blocked by the Bucks. That's Wes Carnevale putting out of bounds there. There was Yamazaki previously, my error. Galati hits the floor again, gets the call there, holding his face. Will there be a card? The crowd are calling for it here. He's holding his nose, hopefully no blood or no injury. That's the second time Galati's hit the artificial turf in a hard way. Good area for a free kick here, though. Contest the goalie if you have an absolute rocket leg. Or you could bend a teasing ball in that floats across the box to a runner. A lot of height on both teams here. Could be quite the aerial duel. Blah, left footer, curls. Headed away by the Bucks 2 times. Here's Sharp to Kamara. And that's cleared by the Bucks momentarily. Looking for Melarani in the box, and it's headed out the area, but there is a whistle. I think there was 2 fouls there on the play. There's a Bucks player holding his leg. There was 2 moments there that could have drawn the ire of the match official. New era here for Oakland County, and an interesting evening. A smaller venue than Royal Oak High School Stadium, the traditional home this year and last for County. Smaller venue here, and the stands have filled up here under the camera in the press box, and it looks like this may be a hydration break. The temperature is somewhat elevated. 78 degrees. That's just slightly above ideal. It's interesting. Unexpected. Happy birthday, two-step Johnny Ohani over the PA to a round of applause. We're at a bit of a holding pattern here for this hydration break. So remind you, Oakland County FC's 2023 season is brought to you by Diversified Members Credit Union. DMCU is your local credit union. Upgrade your life from kitchens, weddings, vacations, and more. They'll help make it real. Visit the DMCU website for more. And if you come to a game, visit the tent pavilion during the match. That is Diversified Members Credit Union, as well as OMPT Specialists. For more on OMPT's services and specialties, visit the website at ompt.com. One of the very special things that happens at an Oakland County FC match day is the Zioli's Pizza Minute. Zioli's is a delicious Italian restaurant in downtown Clawson. It's time for the Zioli's Pizza Minute in the 70th minute of each match. And we'll see someone from the awesome Oakland County intern crew pass out some free pizzas here in the stands. So you might see here a bit of an applause for the Zioli's Pizza Minute. And I got a shout out to Ray's Ice Cream, delicious ice cream here in Royal Oak. They've got some of that here at the match day on the concourse. I can never make it out of the booth to get down there for ice cream, but maybe I'll try to sneak some at halftime as we look like we're returning to action from that injury/hydration break just over the half-hour mark. 0-0 here between Oakland County FC and the Flint City Bucks, match day 4 in USL League Two action. Oakland County really with the only chance thus far, as Makuka takes some contact and retains the ball. Galati chips it up for Melarani to chase versus Shannon. Some Western Michigan teammates there in the corner, getting deep right there by the corner flag. And it looks like Shannon gets the upper hand in the end. Looks like that's going to be a Flint City goal kick. Here's Harris. Looks like Flint are pressing here. They win a turnover. Could be dangerous. Bucks want a call, not coming. Kamara right-footed, blasts it up, looking for Blah. Looks like Makuka and Blah have traded wings here. Number 9, Chewy Makuka. The wingers' teammates at Tiffin University. One of 1, 2, 3, 4 Tiffin players wearing purple here tonight. Kamara, Blah, Yamazaki, and Makuka, 4 of the strongest players of the season thus far, hailing from Tiffin. Here comes the Bucks down the right-hand side. County forces the visitors back. Bucks in white and blue from left to right. County in their supporters' own gotta catch my breath there for a moment. Yeah, I was gonna say Oakland County in their supporter design and selected kits, the purple and black from right to left on your screen is a throw in. It's headed back and he's gonna do it all over again. Getting his arm workouts there is Jeremy Sharp, the Roseville, Michigan native. Played 15 games as a freshman at Michigan State. I believe he played a part in that MSU Western game that I referenced earlier, that Western won here in September. And that ball onto the foot of Makuka. Heavy touch allows the Bucks to get in there. There's the North Miami native, wins that ball back. Schneider Mimi. He's done well when he's been asked to. Cut out there by Blah on the far side. Looks for his options. Finds Melarani, who tries to feed Carson Hodgson at the penalty spot, but it's blocked out. Kept in on the far side. Sharp tries to get across in and blocked for an Oakland County throw-in deep in visitors' territory. Scoreless here in the first half, just past 35 minutes. County into the Flint box. Gets Melarani, rolls over his foot. And after a couple Bibbles and bobbles in the box. Referee blows for what I would assume is an offside. I didn't see the flag go up. Perhaps a foul then. But that ball made it to the foot of Mike Malorani within the 6-yard box. Unable to direct it on goal was the target striker. Back for, I believe, his 4th season, maybe 3rd on the field with the cancellation of 2020. But between him, Kevin Buka, and some other Rochester Stony Creek players have been with the team a number of years. A good mix of new, talented players and some returning veterans have made for a strong lineup here as County tried to slice their way through the Bucks back line, but nothing doing this time. Is here's Mimi, Florida native, who loves Haitian food, I read earlier today, as the Bucks go across the middle of the park there to the far side. There's Alt, who's got a couple of goals to his name so far this season. Adedekun finds a teammate. Here's Gomez. Leaves it a little short for Mimi, but he gets a dangerous cross in, and that could have really made County pay. That went all the way across the penalty area and found a teammate on the left-hand side. I believe that was Jonathan Robinson that found the ball come to him through a lot of traffic. Schneider Mimi did really well, put a nice ball through the danger area. Bucks unable to capitalize on it as Caleb Norris puts his left boot through it. All the way, though, out of bounds on the far side in front of the Bucks bench. 0-0. Not a lot of chances so far. Here's Gomez, tries to turn Harris. Here's a foot race here between Galati, and Galati slows it down. Kamara goes down, still with the Bucks. Breakneck defense. Whistle. And it goes against the Bucks. That was a breathless moment there, as there was a lot of contact, a lot of action there in the County box, and it looks like County came up on top. It looked like they're calling the foul against Michael Adedekun in that challenge with Rocco Galati, as that could have been really disastrous moment there, and Galati able to corral that, but gets the whistle on top of it. Ball back on the foot of a Bucks player again. Block down there. Yamazaki. Pass goes up to Malorani. Is in the box, but offside. Calling it tight. They're calling it tight here at Royal Oak. That looked like a beautiful sequence they're developing. Yamazaki won the ball off the Bucks. Found a teammate who played a seemingly wonderful ball to big Mike Malorani. But it's offside once again. Maybe the 3rd or 4th offside call against one of the front 3 of County. Long ball off the foot of Nashenben. Looks like a foul going against the home team. Bucks free kick on the edge of the County attacking third. Getting into the latter stages of the half. County don't want to concede now after bringing or advancing or progressing through this game scoreless to this point. Right-footed free kick into the area. Kamara acrobatically slices it out of bounds. Malvin Blah pursued that, unable to get there, but that ball was put into the danger zone. Kamara able to do enough to avert the danger for a few moments. Long throw to the penalty area. A lot of tall players there. That right-footed strike hits a County player. Hodgson challenging the Bucks. Bucks still have it. Far side, left-footed cross. Goes into the box. Gomez launches himself at it. Still with the Bucks in the penalty area. Pass to the top. Goes around Makuka. Adetekun. Blocked by Galati. And a no-nonsense clearance off the foot of Chewy Makuka. A lot of smiling faces here in the bleachers at Shrine High School. Tonight's home of Oakland County FC. This throw-in is taken by Schneider Mimi. Back to Mimi. Finds Gomez, who tries to turn. Fouled. Ref may have been able to play advantage, but Bucks will take that free kick as Gomez hit the floor. Bucks finishing this first half of play, building some pressure on the County back line. It's been on this end of the field for a few minutes now. Michael Adetekun stepping and standing over this one, surveying the field. Nigeria native. Plays at Dayton, right-footed. Looper, dangerous area. And a couple bodies dove at that at the back post, and it's over the bar. Probably the most dangerous chance the Bucks have created so far in this match. I'm not sure if the County defender or the hulking Hugo Bacharach got to that, but there was contact, and it went goalward, just not on frame. It stays 0-0, but that was threatening to Caleb Norris's County goal. Referee whistles for a County free kick. Moments away from halftime, or at least the end of the first 45. There was a hydration break, so we could get a few moments of stoppage time here. Beautiful evening, beautiful night to get out and about and enjoy some live entertainment. Really blessed to have such a high level of play here in Metro Detroit. As Kamara chips it in, looking for Malvin Blah, wins a header deep for County. Home of the Shrine Knights here for a special County game here. Just over a mile away from Royal Oak High School Stadium, where the rest of the season will be played. As Hodgson gets on this, left-footed cross is blocked, maybe a handball. Not called. It's right down in the corner. I got to dangle my head out here. It's a throw in here deep. Galati directing traffic. Looks like he wants to get into Melarani. Melarani jumps for it. Top of the box. Right-footed strike from Sharp. Not on frame. He had some good body shape there. Could have been something special. Tanner Hodgson. The Hodgsons putting some shots on goal. Or shots in anger. One on goal. That one just now. Just a little high and wide. Trying to think what County head coach Brian Doyle might do at halftime. The last few games, there's been wholesale changes at the break. The first home game of the season started very defensively in the first half and then opened up as the game went, which produced an amazing Bobby Harris right-footed thunderbolt. Bobby not in the squad here today, though. The goal scorers for County that are on the field now are Malvin Blah and Chewy Makuka, the left and right sided attackers, with Mike Melarani in the middle, who assisted on one of the goals in South Bend last week. As here's Galati. Finds Hodgson. Back to Hodgson from Galati. He's got Makuka with him. Melorani's calling for it. Will he dart to the box? Here's Chewy. And his attempt to center the ball hits the side panel of the goal as the scoreboard crosses the 45-minute mark. We're into injury time here in the first half between Oakland County FC, Flint City Bucks. Scoreless. Goose eggs on the clock. Into injury time here. The home of the Shrine Knights. The purple patch here this evening is headed away from Gomez by Kamara. Here's Sharp looking for Melorani. No flag. Can he get there? He does. He's on the ball. Looking for a teammate. Dispossessed. As Mimi gets away from Melorani, but it's cut off by Galati, and he puts it through the legs of Schneider Mimi. And they're duking it out there, and it looked like that loose ball might fall to Melorani as this ball's deflected high and almost into the bleachers here underneath our broadcast booth. It looks like we may well be going into the half scoreless. My name's Robert Kerr here, proud to be alongside the County Stream team. Home game 2 of 6 for Oakland County FC. Streaming on 11 Sports. Oakland County FC, their third year in USL League Two, looking for a winning season, and then in Dreamland looking for those top 2 spots to make it to the USL 2 playoffs. But got to get through this game first, and the first half has concluded scoreless here in Royal Oak, Michigan. It reads Oakland County FC 0, the Flint City Bucks 0 in the 6th ever meeting between the two clubs. Can County get a goal or maybe more and secure their first win against the Bucks in 2023, the first of 2 matchups between the two squads this year, looking for their second ever win after getting their first last year. So we're going to take a few minutes, take a break, catch our breath, hope for some goals in the second half here. Come back in just a few moments as we have the second half here on 11 Sports. We'll be right back. And we're underway here in the second half of Oakland County FC versus the Flint City Bucks. 0-0 kickoff has happened here at the home of the Shrine Knights. A one-time special change of venue because there's the arrangements for graduation at Royal Oak High School Stadium. It is home game 2 and match day 4 for Oakland County FC. They are in the all-purple with a bit of black from left to right on your screens in the second half. And in the Flint City Bucks in white and blue from right to left here in the second half. 0-0, as I said. My name's Robert Kerr here, proud to be alongside the County Stream team, part of the amazing Oakland County FC match day experience. Howdy to football fans, footy fans all over the world and right here in our backyard. We've got a number of second half substitutions, so I'll try to get those out to you. If you missed the first half, it was a tight affair with just a couple chances per team. And it resides 0-0. I can say 2 of the incoming substitutions for County. Number 7 there on the far side, Jack Strayberger. And then in the middle of the park, number 8, the County stalwart, Dimitri Pliakos. Been here since 2018, I believe, Pliakos. Plied his collegiate trade at Detroit Mercy. It looks like I'll try to confirm the outbound substitutions. As it looks like it might be the Hodgson twins that made way. Carson and Tanner did well in their debut, which seems like it lasted 45 minutes. Got to confirm that, though. Still got to confirm the outbound. Inbound for sure. Strayberger and Pliakos. It looks like 12 Carson Hodgson is still in, but I don't see 16, so I believe Tanner is off. And Malvin Blah, the other to come off at halftime. So for the hometown team, Oakland County FC, Tanner Hodgson and Malvin Blah are out. Strayberger and Pliakos in. As the band, the String Beans, continue to absolutely throw down here well into the second half. That's fun. Rock on, no one's telling them to stop, so keep on going, guys. Looks like some young guys doing really well. They had a crowd over there through halftime. Folks were getting Ray's ice cream and listening to the String Beans here at the best entertainment, the best live entertainment here in Oakland County. It's a county home game. As goalie Caleb Norris, left foot blast, gets it into the attacking half. And there's Yamazaki, number 13, gets it to Kamara. Up to Strayberger. He's got Galati outside of him. Trying to fill in where Blah had success down the left. Galati puts it into the middle, cleared away. Kamara steps up, has to deal with this. Does well, gets it to Galati, who has it taken from him by Gomez. Throw in goes for the visitors. Not sure if I see any subs for the visitors just yet. Looks to be the same lineup that started for the Bucks. There's Palmer Alt. He scored 2 goals in 3 games. Out to Brennan Creek from Kalamazoo. It's Creek. Up the middle comes the Bucks. They were looking to get the ball on the foot of Creek again, but it was cut out there nicely by the county back line. Men in purple doing well to keep the national semifinalists from 2022 at bay through the first 50 minutes of this match here, the 6th all-time meeting between these two clubs. The record, 1 win and 4 losses for the hometown team, getting their first of hopefully many last July to win the Michigan Milk Cup. 3-1 scoreline that day, beautiful day. As here comes the Bucks. Through the middle, there was enough bodies there, and Harris did the important bit and got it away from the onrushing Bucks attacker as Carson Hodgson gets the whistle there. Kamara looks up, takes that free kick, looking for Chewy. It bounces off him, goes a little long and wide. Lots of family and friends here in attendance under the camera and press box. A good change of scenery for the special event here for match day 2. This is graduation at Royal Oak High School Stadium as Harris is tested here by Alt. And he does well again. His efforts applauded here by the fans. He had Alt running at him at full pace, and Harris passes that challenge with flying colors. As in the past, Oakland County FC is brought to you by Diversified Members Credit Union. You can see that across the chests of these beautiful county home kits designed by supporters, selected by supporters, as Melarani and Strayberger were going for that. But here's Hodgson brought down and draws a whistle there. Free kick in the attacking third, and we've seen a couple dangerous moments here in this match from both sides from free kicks. No goals as of yet. Second half of play. Oakland County hosting the Bucks here on a beautiful early June evening here in Metro Detroit in the shadow of Beaumont Hospital, 13 and Woodward Avenue, as the sun is actually behind the trees to our left. That free kick is dealt with, and it's going to be a Buck free throw, or throw in here on the near side. I got to dangle my head out the window to see down here in the corners. Kamara deals with that for the moment. Sharp rebuffs Nagasaki. Jumping in. Or Yamazaki, my apologies. Yamazaki does so well. And he might get called for a foul. No foul against him there. It looked like he might have tripped the Bucks player. But he's been so good at defending in the midfield and protecting his center backs really, really well. Cleaning it up when it gets messy. The same has been true against the Bucks here tonight. It's Pliakos. Gives it up to Sharp for the throw-in. Pliakos doesn't score many, but when he does, they tend to be spectacular. Makuka's in some space, calling for it. Sharp throws it into Melarani. Melarani prods it onto Chewy. Past Melarani. Slowly progressing down the touchline in this county. Chewy gives it back to Sharp. Long throw into the corner. Pliakos is on it, surrounded by two Bucks players. Centering ball gets into the box, but Jalen Shannon clears it long. Eventually out of bounds. This game has been physical throughout. Maybe nearing chippy territory now. A lot of conversation with the referee. No cards as of yet in this match. Bucks goalkeeper, Dom Nash and Ben gets it out there, and it goes out of bounds. Lots of balls out of play here in the first 10 minutes or so of the second half. Nash and Ben, 5-year starter at DeQuisney. 230 career collegiate saves for the Bucks stopper. Another out of bounds there. Schneider Mimi dances around Strayberger, and they get it cycling around here through the middle of the park. Slight indecision, though. Gets back to Hugo Bacharach, absolutely massive defender. And he gets a nice ball into the county area, slicing and dicing. And that could have been very dangerous, but eventually dealt with. Kai Yamazaki clears that out. It was a good ball there, and really good work by Michael Adetekun. He got in there to the byline, the end line rather, cut it in, and Yamazaki was going towards his own goal and popped it over the net for a Bucks corner. There's 2 Bucks in the corner to take. It'll be a right footer, low. Met by Melarani at the front post. Cleared away by Sharp, only as far as a Bucks player. Trying to combine down the left. Here's Schneider, Mimi with some space. Millerani closes them down. County definitely not pressing. It's Caleb Norris able to grab that. Oh, and some fracas there as Gomez trips Kamara and gets the yellow card. Gomez didn't like the contact from Kamara. He hit the deck. Kamara said something to him on the ground, and Gomez had a kick out and gets himself the first yellow of the game in the 58th minute. So County under a little pressure there, and the ball goes out of bounds, goes over the foot. Jeremy Sharp. Here's Gomez. Watch out for him. He's probably got some adrenaline pumping after that altercation and receiving that yellow card. He's probably fired up to do one over as Strayberger puts that out of bounds there for a buck thrown by the flag there. Not the typical color of a county game. Typically have those purple county flags, but not so in this temporary home here at Shrine, home of the Knights here in Royal Oak, Michigan. And Metro Detroit is a nervy moment there as Jeremy Sharp had no nonsense, cleared that out of the way. I don't know if that was going wide or going inside the post, but Sharp decided to act, and I have to believe that that was a good decision as that pass by Yamazaki is a bad turnover there. As here come the Bucks. Bacharach fires a shot well wide, showing that he does, in fact, play center back. But here comes a substitution for the hometown team as Kevin Buca will be coming on for his friend Mike Millerani. One veteran county player for another here in the 60th minute. Millerani did well. He got on the end of all the long balls. We'll see how play changes with Buca stepping in, putting on the captain's armband. Longtime friends. Interviewed them recently. Could barely remember when they met. They just have memories with each other from as early as first grade or kindergarten, and they exchange the armbands as Millerani out, Kevin Buca in. Strayberger looks like he's central. Buca is towards him. He brings it down. He's on that left-hand side. Hodgson overlaps him. Left-footed cross. Goes beyond the far post and scooped away there by a Bucks defender. What will Kevin Buca's inclusion do to this match? About half an hour to go. Scoreless here between Oakland County FC and the Flint City Bucks. County in here deep. Trying to lean out the window, and it is a corner. You got Strayberger and Chewy Makuka standing over it. Not sure if it'll be a lefty or a righty. Strayberger steps away for a moment and fakes back to the ball. Not as much height in the box now, but Pliakos goes towards goal. It goes over his head. Kamara was coming in the back post, but is defended well. County on the ball here still. That pass put Buca under some pressure, but he does well. Ball still with County. Here's Kamara. Heavy touch. Another defender kind of showing why they're playing at the back. But some fun combination play in the Buck penalty area, as Gulati was in a foot race there and did well to get it back to his keeper, who pops a very high ball into the middle of the park. But Pliakos, as he usually does, puts his body in between him and the ball, as here's Strayberger. Cuts inside. He's brought down. Referee shakes his head. There was contact there, definitely. Maybe not a foul, as that was right at the edge of the box. Looked like Strayberger was going to turn inside and went to ground. No call. Remains 0-0. Both teams have probably had a penalty shout now, or at least have made appeals. As here's Buca. into the box. Challenged. He's got multiple Bucks in between him and the goal. Finds the top of the box. Right footed. Sharp. Oh, off the crossbar. Head in hands. An absolute rocket comes off of the frame of the goal, and County are getting closer, and the fans are just willing it now. An absolute rocket off the foot. Jeremy Sharp, first year as a County player, has started every game in 2023 and almost got his first goal just then. Mere inches away from the first goal of the game here. Buka's inclusion has added a different type of dynamism here. Front line for County now, Buka and Makuka on the outside with Strayberger in the middle. Kind of behind them is Carson Hodgson. Kamara once again does well. Cut that ball out, draws a foul. Lets his team move up the park as we're about in the 63rd minute here. My name's Robert Kerr here on location at the home of the Shrine Knights here in Royal Oak, Michigan. Suburban Detroit here at 13 and famous Woodward Avenue here, being streamed on 11 Sports. Home match day 2 for County, match day 4 in the USL League Two season. County currently in 4th with 2 draws and victory, undefeated through the month of May. And then Flint City Bucks, 3 wins in their 3 games, sitting top of the Great Lakes Division here. National semifinalists squeaked into the 2nd spot last year. The top 2 in the division make the playoffs. They made a run, snuck into that 2nd spot, pipped AFC Ann Arbor in the last day of the season to get that 2nd spot. Kalamazoo back-to-back division championships, but see themselves in last place in the division. So a little bit of a dynamic change there in the west side of the state as County won the ball in their own half. Here's Captain Kevin Buka, came in as a second half sub for his good friend Mike Millerani. Here's Galati, tries to get it up to Buka, and it might fall his way. And that's Schneider Mimi eventually getting the ball away from Buka. Pliakos switches feet, gets knocked over by Palmer Alt, who I believe was the Bucks player who received 2 yellow cards in a previous match this season. A tight affair, 0-0 here. Definitely a lot on the line, and pressure is going to continue to ramp up. Short season and tiebreakers mean a lot when there's only 2 berths to the playoffs. Head-to-head wins and total wins amongst the top tiebreakers. And if County want to find their way to the postseason, a head-to-head win against Flint City would definitely be a good way to do so. Put themselves on the right path. Could be a fork in the road here, depending on the result. Going down the left-hand side, but not accurately enough. Off the boot. The Bucks left back. Here's Sharp, had his shot bounce off the crossbar moments ago. Here's Buka, aggressive step forward. A little bit of a mix-up between him and Hodgson. And the Bucks try to spring a fast break, but Harris and Yamazaki tag team the Bucks well, and they don't get that counterattack as County try to go up that left-hand side once again, but it breaks down, and Flint's Australian goalkeeper able to catch his breath and survey the field. These teams led by head coaches in their first years. Visitors, Paul Doro, longtime assistant, first time as a head coach. And veteran coach Brian Doyle in his first season in summer ball after spending decades in the game at youth and collegiate levels. Some good tidy defense there by County. Gets a sound round of applause from the hometown fans. Short season here in this pre-professional summer competition, but when the season is underway, it is absolutely glorious, and it's wonderful to have such high-level competition here in Metro Detroit, in Oakland County, suburban Detroit, providing some really good display of high-end amateur talent and a lot of entertainment on and off the field. Looks like a free kick for the Bucks just over halfway on the far side in front of the Bucks bench. It's going to be sent in, long right-footed. Top of the box, it's controlled by County, and they could send a counterattack. Buka tried to go fast and popped it up a bit, slows things down, and Hodgson's under pressure. He's on one knee, scooped it away, and eventually booted down the pitch by Kevin Buka. Didn't quite execute that. He was, I think, trying to send Makuka with a quick counterattack, but didn't get the contact he wanted there. So here comes the Bucks down the left. Here's Alt. Cutting inside, right-footed strike. What a save by Norris. That was a bending, powerful shot. Best chance of the game for the Bucks comes just before the 70-minute mark here in Royal Oak. The Elmwood Elite singing the praises of goalkeeper Caleb Norris after that one. Really well hit ball, as that looked to be a good challenge there by Yamazaki there in the middle of the park. 21 for the Bucks. Brendan Creek hitting the floor. He's definitely been one of the Bucks chirping more than most. Maybe earned himself a little bit of a call from the ref. Chances probably even thus far through the match. Free kick taken into the box. Header into the hands of Norris once again. And he dishes it quick to Sharp. Here's Strayberger. Knocks it along for Makuka. That clearance blocked. And there he is, one of the awesome County crew. He's handing out pizza. It is the Zioli's Pizza Minute here. One of the features of County match days. You get to see a chef dish out free pizzas. Does it look like the injured County player there is doing all right? As we restart. And that ball off the foot of the Bucks keeper is brought down by Palmer Alt. Alt wins the foul. Another free kick for the Bucks. About 20 minutes to go here in Royal Oak. Free kick taken short. Buka defending 2. Get some help. That's a looper. Kamara heads away. Might fall. Oh, my goodness. The Bucks player falls to his knees. He can't believe he missed it. And it looks like they might be calling a penalty here. Oh, maybe. No. And there was a bit of confusion. The referee had an arm extended. He was pointing to the corner. My apologies there. Looked like he was pointing to the spot there for a second, but the closest chance for the Bucks, the ball fell to him as this corner comes in. It's met at the back post, and that one goes in. Bucks take the lead off of a corner kick that a lot of folks disagreed with, and it's that guy, Josemir Gomez, getting on the scoreboard. His 5th goal in 4 games. And the County players are not very pleased. They didn't think that should have been a corner. And that corner resulted in a Josemir Gomez goal. Yeah, the chance before that was very dangerous, put over the bar. It looked like it was a shot that just missed the frame. Referee disagreed, said it was a corner, and then you got to defend it. You got to just battle through those challenges, and the Bucks' leading scorer gets another. Josemir Gomez makes it 1-0 here in Royal Oak. How can County respond to going down 1 goal? Tough pill to swallow. They'll feel aggrieved by that one. I'm sure that will be long discussed into the night. And locations in and around Royal Oak after this one. But you're going to face tests, and the Great Lakes Division of USL 2 has some fantastic teams that will punish anything. One little dip in concentration, at least marking there on the corner. As that pass finds Strayberger, he's challenged by Jalen Shannon, forced to that corner. Strayberger dishes around 2, but there was too many defenders there, and that clearance only goes as far as Kamara, and he gets fouled, but play on. Here's Galati. He's got a little bit of space. Finds a teammate, goes to the baseline, and it looks like that went over the end line, and that chance goes begging, as that'll be a goal kick. About 15 minutes plus stoppage time to go here. The visitors, the Flint City Bucks, undefeated and with the lead here. What can County, also undefeated? Can they battle back and maintain undefeated status? They need a win, really, to keep pace. As there's contact there on the far side between Kamara and that Bucks player that was trying to go around the outside. Referee's coming over to him, and there's a little bit of argy-bargy going on the far side. Tempers need to chill. You don't want to play with the hands up. You get in trouble. No cards by the look of it. But it is a free kick in a dangerous area, and County will have to be organized and keep this one out. Back-to-back goals would really seal the deal, you'd feel. Left-footed free kick, looped into the box. Norris jumps, punches, and gets it clear as some Bucks bodies hit the floor and go into the net. And that was strong goalkeeping by the Grand Blanc native, the towering 6'5" Caleb Norris. And if you ever met me, you know I'm a tall gentleman, and I feel like a small person when I stand near Caleb Norris, the goalkeeper in the very colorful goalkeeper kit. Takes with the left, goes well over the Shrine Knights logo in the middle of the park. That goes towards number 14, Jake Spadafora, who was one of the substitutions that wasn't announced yet. Jake Spadafora, the MSU player. I'll have to see who he replaced. And at a glance, it looks like he must have come in for the right winger, Chewy Makuka, number 9, out. So the front line, completely different now than at the beginning of the game. We started with Melarani, flanked by Blah and Makuka. Now the front three for County are Buka, Strayberger, and Spadafora. Bucks making a substitution. Looks like the goal scorer is coming off, as well as another. I see at least one of them. Number 14 is checking in, Robbie Baker. And the second Australian checks into the game. Robbie Baker plays at Saginaw Valley from Brisbane. Just finished his 4th year at Saginaw Valley. As Norris chases this and is not being pressed. Kamara is a little bit. He deals with it. That pass is no good. Yamazaki chases. Harris has 2. And he does so well there. And he earns a goal kick at the end of it. That was a very dangerous situation. County can't go down by 2. And their center back stands tall by going to the ground, no less, Justin Harris. The Warren, or the Yale player, went to Detroit Country Day. Has been very impressive for County so far this season. The combination in the middle of Harris and Kamara been very strong so far. Only punished in very isolated moments. The first home game, Kamara had played so well and made a small error which led to a penalty in that first game. And then maybe a little bit of a loss of concentration or just a really good run at the back post, but off a corner. Bucks get the lone goal of the game, and that's where we sit with about 10 minutes and stoppage time to go here in Royal Oak. My name is Robert Kerr. Happy to be here on location. Broadcasting on 11. Hopefully County can get something out of this. At least give the fans in attendance something to cheer for here in this last 10 minutes. Jeremy Sharp rattled the crossbar about 10, 15 minutes ago. And then Flint were knocking on the door and eventually put one in after a controversial corner was called. And then the Bucks scored off of said controversial set play. Beautiful evening here in Metro Detroit. The sun all the way behind the trees to the left-hand side. And we just missed something there. Justin Harris gets a red card behind the play. He's being sent off. Not sure what happened. I did not catch that. But it looks like one of the starting center backs for the home team is off. And I was just singing his praises. Did anybody see what happened? A mystery, viewers. Maybe something was said. Maybe there was some contact behind. Harris looks confused. hands up, talking to the referee. The referee is steadfast in his decision that Harris had to go. If I get word of what happened, I will relay it to you, viewer. But the tough task being a goal down to the Flint City Bucks gets that much harder, going down a man. Only 10 men in purple now for the last 8 plus stoppage time. County with a hill to climb now. Goal down and a man down. Just under 10 minutes to play here. Match 4 in USL League Two action. As here comes the Bucks. As a cacophony of errors here, as that ball was played behind the run of number 12 for the Bucks. Jason shook a look, and then Kamara lost his footing. But the ball's worked its way back to the Bucks in midfield. Challenged by Yamazaki. Cleared out by County. It looks like player has had to drop back into the back line. Looks like, it's Dimitri Pliakos here is playing right back. And Jeremy Sharp has slid into Harris's position. So County are playing a body down, goal down, hill to climb here. And that's another bad turnover across the middle of the park and gobbled up there well by Kamara. Really snuffed out the danger. Looked like a really bad turnover there as that's cut out on the far side. County keeps the ball. Referee does not let them take it quickly as we have a substitution, number 13 in purple, coming off. That's Kai Yamazaki. '20 has checked in. Stephen Ballinger. Redshirt sophomore WMU transfer from LaSalle, Ontario. Getting some action here tonight. Some emergency circumstances is Sharp back in his right back role. Is battling here as Buka's trying to get in and showing that famous heart and will. Playing big on themselves. He just took a little bit of a push there from the Bucks player. This game has been very tight. Edging on Chippy. We've had a red card. That ball goes over the head of Spadafora, and the Bucks get it clear. Galati throws in. There's Strayberger in the corner. The Bucks defense has been strong. They had to. County with a couple chances tonight. Haven't been able to capitalize. There's Hodgson. He's stayed on the park. Looks like he'll go the 90 in his County debut. Carson Hodgson, that is. His brother Tanner coming off at the half. Not a great early touch there by the substitute. Ballinger will want that one back.
I almost caught it.
Thanks. Buka coming in heavy there, no call. Oh, it goes County's way.